if you're new here, my name is Philip and I am a photographer based in the Midwest, and on this channel we talk about landscapes, nature, and traveling and how those go together. So I just finished shooting sunrise at the Birthing Cave, and wow, that is quite the special place indeed. So it's about a mile hike out there, which obviously to get there for sunrise I did in the dark. Not too bad though. Definitely pretty easy to do. There's kind of one spot that can trip you up when you're supposed to turn off the main trail to go. But if you look, there's a gigantic log, like seriously gigantic, that's blocking the path. But it's a pretty well-known trail. Normally you're not supposed to go over those logs, but this is a pretty well-known what they call social trail here in Sedona. So it's just used to kind of like, if you are trying to stay on that trail, then you can just go through. If you want any more information about the hike, just hit up All Trails. It's an excellent app that I use, and I'll go ahead and link a video up here of all the apps that I use to help me with my photography, so check that out if you're interested. Anyways, so let's talk about Birthing Cave. So I get there, and the iconic shot of Birthing Cave has kind of a symmetrical kind of shape to it, but to be able to get to that, shot, you have to get inside what is called or known as the belly button. And unfortunately, there's the whole cave is like basically made of like slick rock. I don't know the exact name for it, but basically it's like very slick, and it's on like these sheer cliffs, so you don't really have the greatest footing. So I personally just didn't feel safe. I tried to get there, but kind of got stuck and just ended up kind of deciding on something else, which ended up working out in my favor, I feel like, because I think that when you go super wide to try to get the entire cave in, that framing is nice, but that wide angle, as you know or may or not know, the wide angles make everything in the distance seem a lot smaller than there are. And there's some great kind of mountain type structures back there that because I did not go for that huge wide shot, I was actually able to showcase those. So I was actually really happy about the composition that I settled on. So I was kind of just in that cave hanging out, not really sure what to do, and then lo and behold, I just kind of look and I just see these hot air balloon, one hot air balloon in the sky, and I grabbed some shots of that, which are pretty cool, and I was kind of hoping that I was gonna see a hot air balloon, so that was nice. So anyway, so I leave Birthing Cave and hike back to the car, head back to the hotel and pick up the fam, and then we were gonna go do some hiking. However, so there's not a lot of parking at any of the trails in Sedona. Unfortunately for us at this time, that meant that the two hikes that we were going to do, we had to make other arrangements. So we went to check out this kind of cool little shopping area. I'll go ahead and throw the name of it up here. I don't remember what it is. And the reason I knew about this was because I wanted to check out this chai tea place called the Chai Spot. And yeah, really cool little spot. Definitely would be great to kind of like hang out and chit chat. I guess more post pandemic, but they still kind of had like their pillows and kind of like area out. Like great chai tea though, by the way. So if you're into that, I would definitely check that spot out. But the whole shopping area was really beautiful. Lots of really cool architecture and sculptures and just a lot of different things like that. There's tons of artwork. There was a guy playing music. There's all sorts of little knickknacks and shops and stuff in there for you to check out. So if you want to kind of like get away and like take a break from hiking for a little bit while you're in Sedona, I would highly suggest checking that place out. Once we finished up with that, we decided we would head back up to the Munds Wagon Trailhead to go do that hike, and just, oh my goodness. So it's a 6-mile hike. It's definitely got some elevation gain on it, and it being March right now, us being from the Midwest, we're definitely not in the best hiking shape right now. We've been hibernating for the last few months. But definitely a really, really beautiful hike. Really enjoyed it. It's definitely a thigh burner, you know, in certain points, but I think for the most part, it's pretty doable for most people. Lots of beautiful plant life, and you have just awesome, gorgeous scenic views kind of all around you as you're kind of walking up. I wouldn't really call it a mountain, but like as you're kind of like gaining the elevation in the terrain. There's also I guess a low maintenance road, I guess is what we call them in Nebraska, but basically it's like it's a road that's super choppy. But what they do is they do Jeep tours. So if you want to get up to the top to get to the view that I'm going to show you here in just a moment, and you maybe not, you know, maybe so not in the best of shape, or if you're traveling with someone who's like elderly or, you know, has a broken foot, whatever, blah blah, that's an option. You can rent a Jeep tour or rent an ATV or something and drive up to where I'm about to show you. So, you know, one thing that I really enjoy about hiking is that you do a lot of work and go through a lot of effort, obviously, to get to this destination. And once you get there, I think, to me, that's what makes it so special and so worthwhile. And yeah, this spot did not disappoint at all. It was just a really cool view, and just we kind of hung out up there for a little bit to kind of just rest before we headed back down, and got a couple pictures and took some video clips, which I'm showing you now, and got some family photos and things like that. And then we headed back down the mountain, and again, not a mountain, but we headed back down. So, and at this point we were all just pretty tired and getting pretty hungry, and so I decided that I was probably gonna skip shooting sunset at that point. I mean, we were already kind of maybe an hour and 30 minutes away, so the light was looking really good and starting to get soft. So I was kind of like popping off a couple shots, which I'll start rolling those here. And I got a few that I liked and kind of want to do some more texture work with the 70-200. I've been going wide a lot this trip, which I guess is kind of to be expected when you come to a new place, because everything is so epic. And I know that's an overused word, but really that is kind of how it feels. But I think it's important to grow in your photography and kind of look beyond the epic and kind of go for more of those details and kind of just like broaden out your photography portfolio, but not always shooting so wide. So then we finished that up and got some burgers, and now we're hanging back here at the hotel. Gonna call it a night, and you know that kind of wraps it up for today. Tomorrow we will be heading north up to the Grand Canyon to take Lydia there for her first time. If you don't know, if you haven't been following the channel for very long, I went about 2 years ago. I'll link that video up here if you want to check it out, because the conditions were pretty crazy, and who knows, I don't know, maybe we'll get something. I mean, I won't be up there for sunrise or anything. I will be shooting sunrise here in Sedona, so be on the lookout for that next week. And that wraps it up. So if you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. I would appreciate it. Let's see, for comments, if you have any questions about the trails or just kind of photography in general, just leave a comment. I'll get back to you. And if you want to see more travel vlogs or photography tip type videos, say that 10 times fast, in the future, that is what is coming up on the channel, so you should definitely consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching.